Okay, sir.
No problem. Ah, 92. Thank you. Uh, I think that's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
accurate.
My purpose was also for the technical guidance. So if people will not be available, like, so it could be. Yes, sir. यस सर, वो तो पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता है। यस सर, यस सर। बिल्कुल।
If India qualifies today, final cover.
सर मैं तो नहीं देखता हूँ।
The reason I ask is if it is going to be next Sunday and India is in it, th- then the assumption it's safe to assume that there's no point next Sunday.
It's a March 8th, I think Sunday.
Hannah, it's always
March.
Sunday if India is in it.
I
So
don't think so
if they
yet for India, but it's a tentative, it's a date, and teams are TBD.
of course. What I'm saying is if they qualify today, then there's no point keeping it next Sunday.
Okay.
They will not show up. If they don't qualify, next Sunday is safe. Yep.
Okay, sir.
So, Amrind, are you ready to present?
Sir, I am fine, but I was looking for more technical persons. Like there are a few seniors I know who are actually running software company solutions. So I guess only Nakul sir is there in that. Rest people are not.
I think there are enough people now in the group that you will get whatever feedback we can get you.
What is the intent of this meeting? I'm joining this first time. I've been the part of that WhatsApp group long time, but wondering what is the intent behind this meeting? What kind of sort of feedbacks and
So, this is
uh,
a startup accelerator, which basically means the startups come here and tell about themselves कि भाई हम ये कर रहे हैं और हमने ये कर लिया है और हमारी ये नीड्स हैं और
mhm.
हम ढूंढते हैं कि जो हमारा ग्रुप है उसमें कोई लोग प्रेजेंट करें अपने आप को एज ए मेंटर के भाई अगर आपको ये नीड है, जैसे स्केलेबिलिटी हमारा इशू है, तो मैं स्केलेबिलिटी इंप्रूव करने में आपकी हेल्प कर दूंगा। या कोई अगर सेल्स में इंप्रूवमेंट चाहता है और कोई सेल्स में एक्सपर्ट है, तो वो कह सकता है कि आई विल मेंटर यू ऑन द सेल्स। और कोई लोग टेक्निकल भी हो सकते हैं कि हमें टेक्निकल इशू आ रहे हैं, तो हमें टेक्निकली कोई हेल्प करने वाला चाहिए। और
Okay.
और कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं हमारे ग्रुप में जो वीसी से रिलेटेड हैं, तो अगर कोई कहता है कि हमारे को फंडिंग चाहिए, तो दे मे कम बैक विद सम काइंड ऑफ फंडिंग एंड से ओके आई विल इन्वेस्ट इन योर स्टार्टअप एंड डू इट। तो हम उन स्टार्टअप्स को उठाते हैं जो एक्चुअली स्टार्टअप हैं, जिनके पास प्रोडक्ट है, और उनको फर्दर प्रमोट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। द पर्पज़ ऑफ ए स्टार्टअप इनक्यूबेटर इज़ कि जिसके पास अभी स्टार्टअप है नहीं, जो भी सोच रहा है बनाने का, जैसे भी संजना है, वो उसके पास एक आइडिया है, बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है, उसने कहा हमें हमें स्टार्ट करना है, हमें आगे ले जाना है। मैंने देखा उनके पास पूरा प्रोडक्ट बनाया रखा है, बट दैट्स स्टिल ओके। वी विल हेल्प हर इन द वे ऑफ सेइंग ओके, यहाँ पे एक ब्रेन करते हैं, और ब्रेन करके जो उनको आइडियाज़ चाहिए, वो आइडियाज़ यहाँ से कोलैबोरेट करके कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। तो हम यहाँ पे उन स्टार्टअप्स को उठाते हैं जो एच एलुमनाई ने स्टार्ट किए हैं, जो एच के करंट स्टूडेंट स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, और उनको ये देखते हैं किस तरह से हम हेल्प कर सकते हैं। और कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि अगर हम हेल्प नहीं भी कर पा रहे हैं, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो स्टार्टअप्स यहाँ आते हैं और अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करते हैं, उन लोगों को प्रेजेंटेशन और जो लाइव फीडबैक मिलता है उसी से इतना एडवांटेज मिल जाता होगा कि वो दोबारा आने की इच्छा करते हैं, और जो बाकी स्टार्टअप्स हैं वो सोचते हैं कि ऐसा फीडबैक हमें भी मिल जाए तो हम ग्रो कर पाएंगे। अल्टीमेटली इट्स अबाउट द ग्रोथ ऑफ द स्टार्टअप्स।
Okay. Perfect.
ऑलराइट ऐसा।
So, yeah, no, that's good enough. I was a part of accelerator program from Cornell, so uh, that's what I wanted to know. What is the intent behind that one?
राइट।
So that's wonderful. Amrit, I'm a technical, so if you need any help on that one, happy to give you.
गो अहेड अमरिंदर, द स्टेज
Nice,
इज
sir.
योर्स।
Thank you, ma'am.
अगर आप स्क्रीन शेयर
Yes.
करना चाहते हो तो स्क्रीन शेयर करो, कोई प्रेजेंटेशन हो आपके पास या कुछ भी, तो गो अहेड, यू आर ऑन एयर लाइव राइट नाउ।
Okay, okay. Good evening to all. I am Amrit Kumar Singh Sehgal, third BTech Computer Science student at HBTU, and we are building a startup. Its name is Glochen, and company name is Glochen India Private Limited. So currently, I'm just giving a verbal pitch. Next time when people will be available, I will give the with pitch deck also. So we are building retail intelligence layer in India that helps manufacturers, D2C brands, and white labelers to get the real-time demand visibility. So we are technical startup and we are using tools and some IoT devices that actually help us to bring solutions. So one device is called Demand Pulse. The purpose of Demand Pulse is to fetch uh, real-time transaction. Like a transaction is like at retail edge, is there any transaction, like is there any sale, purchase, these kind of things? So these are actually termed as a SKU. So with the help of these SKU velocity, we frame solutions like we are building competitive insights, we are building real-time sales visibility and voice enabled AI system. So mm, apart from SaaS, we have matlab, we have a prototype, proof of concept we can also select, and we have 3 patents in this domain. And we have validated the product from the market. We have around collaborated with 10 to 20 super stockists and 3 manufacturers in Kanpur zone. Along with this, I am incubated at IIM Lucknow. Our incubation has been letter of intent I have got 5 days ago, hardly week. So they are offering us a lot of solutions like a startup toolkit. It's worth around 3 CR. There will be hello. Yes. Okay. So we are incubated at IIM Lucknow, Indian Institute of Management Enterprise Incubation Center. It has 4 campuses. Main is in Lucknow. The second main is mainly you can call it satellite campus is at Noida sector 62. and the two are at Agra and Gorakhpur. So, startups are there, well recognized startups are there. They are supporting us in ideation stage, and that's a great support from them side. And this is mm, there is equity exchange, that is okay. So we are now backed by them, and along with this, we have also appeared for the internal screening at SIIC, IIT Kanpur. So after SIIC, there is actually the holy session, and then Abhikriti event is there. So the external pitching will be there. So till that we are selected there also. But documentation has been not completed, and that will be, I guess, completed after at the end of March. So we are now backed by two institutes. Before this, we have also been offered of DST about 10 lakh rupees and 5 lakh equity exchange, total 15 lakh from IIT Roorkee. But because of some distance issue, like all these things, like IIT Kanpur has a lot of schemes. So, and it is very close to me. And my sister is also there in PhD. So sister friend and sister, okay. So she's in PhD, so she is also helping me to coordinate there. So this was from my side, and the problem we are actually facing is like we don't have the technical co-founder. We have members. My cousin brother is in Google, Devan Singer, his name is. He helped me a lot. But the thing is, we want to build the product from scratch. Matlab, we are willing to go from proof of concept to prototype, and for that we are actually looking for a technical team or technical collaboration with the group or with the seniors who are offering technical solutions. Like I have talked to Nakul sir, they told me about technical solutions they are offering. So many more are also there, Lokesh Goswami sir and Himanshu Mishra sir, and many people are there. So I am looking for collaboration, equity based collaboration for technical issues. And apart from is validation, so I guess validation from two recognized institute is matlab, far better for us, and matlab, is enough, I guess. So we are also not looking for multiple incubation now. So we are pivoted, matlab, we are incubated at two institutes currently. Along with this, we are also incubated at CHMU University. But the major role of support and all these things come from IIT Kanpur and IIM Lucknow. And the approach toward us and our solution, the commitment they do, that is a very great thing.
Hey, Amrinder, can I ask you a few questions?
Yes, sir, sure.
What you said you have 3 patents granted.
No, I have not said three patents granted. I have said that we have 3 provisional patent.
Oh, okay. What are those?
Sir, they are regarding the SKU velocity detection IoT devices which we are building. At this
Okay.
stage, we are, until it is not granted, we are not fully want to disclose that. But I can share the application number. So if anyone has doubt, they can go and check over the patent. That
Okay,
is
that's fine.
my-
The other question, I'm just trying to understand. Let me paraphrase what I understood what you said.
yes, sir.
The SKU data, currently there is no real-time information available on the consumption, which then impacts the supply chain or logistics. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Is that an India problem, or is that some
Global
people you've talked to? No. In the US, UK, there, depending on who you talk to, and depending on because I used to work in Barclays Bank, and
Okay.
our merchant proposition that we had used to tap into real-time SKU level data.
Okay. So these data come from where? Like invoice systems or secondary sales, from where the most
So
data is?
I think on the invoice, if I remember correctly, the SKU level data is not available.
Yes, I know that.
So it was not coming from there, but there were some smaller solutions which were tapping into the next level of specificity and that's how
Yes,
they
sir.
were doing it. And then
Okay, so
there were other solutions where it was crowdsourced. So they were relying on the consumers to tap in, but again, then you have a dependency on the consumers. So
right.
they would not know the actual SKU or the item based on the SKU, but they would have a general idea because the guy went there and he buys these kind of things and blah blah blah. So they would pop up on the mobile app, and the guy would say yes or no. It's like ways for directions and things like that, and
Okay, got it. Got it.
that's how they do. So there are different. So it's not a countrywide thing or a global thing, but there are different solutions out there. That's why I asked you what patents have you been granted, because I'd be surprised if there are a few patents already out there which are granted in the US and UK.
Yes, sir. We have conducted a thorough IPR research before
Okay,
filing the patent. So the domain which we have chosen and the method which we have chosen,
okay,
the patent was available.
okay, got it.
Go ahead, Amrinder. If you
Yeah.
have more material to present, present it.
Yes, sir. Please.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the current problem I have told like about the technical solutions. So I want to like collaborate for technical solutions with the software companies or like so if anyone knows anyone think that someone can help us, so I will like to connect with them.
So
That will be a
Amrinder, again,
possibility.
just a quick comment. I'll let others comment. But just a quick comment. What would be interesting for me to see if I can be of help or not is to have a session offline so I understand what the flow of the proposition that you have in mind is. How does it start? How does the merchant use it? How does the consumer feed in? How does if it's B2B, how does that work? How does that tap into logistics? Or is it just an insights dashboard and then someone has to do everything else manually? Um,
Actually, we are focusing on AI led B2B led generation. So that is actually going to the directly to manufacturers, and that will be generated from the retail edge or the high footfall domain where we will install our devices or surveillance system. But it's not that IPR surveillances. It's specific to our domain where we are using camera systems like uh, camera sensors, audio sensors, microwave sensors that are helping us to decode the SKU.
yeah,
And
yeah. I mean,
like you have
so
asked,
if you go to Shenzhen in China, some of this stuff is live. You can actually go to a retail outlet and see how this whole thing works. They have sensors. They have all this stuff it's there somewhere in the world and it's working fine. What I'm trying
yes,
to
sir.
understand is if I can have an offline session where you can show me the flow. I'm sure you have a visual diagram and say, if this happens, this is the action. If this happens, that's the action. If this camera or if this sensor, generates or picks up this particular signal, this is the three things you will do. Or, I'm trying to figure out what that thing looks like, so then I can understand where is the technical help you need and what kind of people can help. Otherwise,
Sure.
it's a theoretically I understand what you want, but I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know how the flow is working based on what I've seen in other parts of the world.
Okay. So regarding that, I will like to say like we don't have complete pipeline currently. So by the next session, we will with a few mentors at IM we are discussing and how to frame it better way. We will be coming with that.
Okay, so then is it premature to
And
ask for technical help because I don't know what the help is for?
okay, sir.
No, no,
And
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just asking you.
sir, please pardon your question.
What I'm saying is, if the details are not buttoned down as to the end-to-end flow and how things will work, is it premature to look for a technical partner, or are you looking for something specific when you ask for a technical partner?
Technical part, we are looking for technical partner. Along with that, we are also looking for technical mentor who can help us to bring our architecture in a flow and all these things
Okay,
in a proper
okay,
way.
I get it.
So, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
What Shailesh Grover has said so far, I think that's for to provide the solution, we need to understand the entire flow, what action and who will be, paying, and what they needed, what kind of research you have did it for a customer, and what you are actually providing them, right? So without seeing your actual research, it's really hard to provide the technical solution, even though very
No,
hard
no
in
issue.
architecture also.
Yeah, ma'am, I understand. No issues. I will be presenting that in the next session. That will be better because today I was currently in IM, so that thing is I told like is not fully completed or structured. So that would be a bit hectic for me.
Okay.
Next time when you come in, you will be able to present it much better, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And what I feel like the problem you're solving, I may be wrong also, but my understanding, like the manufacturer, he is via the logistics, the supply chain, the products have been sent to the retail outlets. In the real time, like there is no organized way wherein in the real time he can track the sales of it, I guess.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. Tracking is like more about logistic, but we are focusing on lead generation, B2B lead generation, where we can generate order for the manufacturers. Like every manufacturers have their own sales team, so we are actually automating the sales segment.
So it is kind of a demand forecasting you are doing.
Yes, you can say like that. There are other solutions for the developing that retail intelligence layer. So like there is a voice enabled AI system and demand pulse is there and competitive insights and few more like real time demand visibility, sales transparency, and few we are looking with the feedback and discussion with the customer directly with the customer. So that is the part. And we are incubated on behalf of voice enabled AI and voice enabled invoice system and demand pulse at both the institute.
Okay.
Amred, this is Vikrant. Sorry, I joined late. Just curious about the last part you said. So, this is manufacturers trying to find retail shops who can basically buy their products or put their products on rack, right? Is that where you want to do the lead generation?
Yes, sir, you can say like that. And there are many platforms also like India Mart and other platforms are there which are doing the same. But the method which we are using is not about manual or about sales team. We are focusing on the SKU velocity detection at the retail edge level.
Okay. So,
And for that, we have solutions regarding that, which I was discussing with the Nakul sir and telling that on that behalf, we are incubated at IM and SIIC Kanpur.
yeah, Amred, I think all these things that you are saying will give you the credentials once you have a solution. But I think the solution itself needs to have a teeth and leg. I think whether you have a patent, it is blessed by IM. All these are credentials that you can use in marketing. But the number one thing is even if you don't have patent, number one thing that matters is can you articulate it well, and is the solution like clear? So maybe couple of iterations there will help you to articulate it better because I joined in, I get the B2B part. Is it more like a B2B lead generation part or something different?
That is also a primary section, but there are other points also. And regarding the I have told like next pitch I will be pitching with the deck so that will be very clear. And like Sanjay Shailesh sir has asked for the flow diagrams and architecture also. So that
So, mhm. So I think few things that I'm just noticing, and this is all natural, by the way. Like where you are, it's called early stage envisioning, thinking, iterating. All those things are going on. So don't be shy of like, hey, you are like short of anything, or it's not like a criticism of any sort. Uh, Number one, you have something looks like which is a good IP. It will come handy,
yes,
it will come handy, but don't try to like hinge too much on it, because it is
okay.
a good marketing material. Beyond that marketing material, currently at the stage you are, like it has little value. It will have high value once you go into competition, once you go into marketing, all those things. Like this is where you can shine all these things. The number one thing is, looks like you have something, a mechanism that is better than others, but you are looking for a use case. Is that where you are? Like use case to apply it in some sort of a lead generation, or the solution is very specific to know it has to be manufacturer who is trying to find a retailer. Your mechanism, or whatever you have invented, only works in that specific scenario. How generic
I
is your IP or patent?
can you please pardon the last sentence, sir?
Yeah. How generic is your patent? Can I basically take that patent and apply it to 20 other industries that have the same problem, or it is very specific to this manufacturer, retailer trying to find each other through AI? So that is what I'm asking. And sorry, I might have missed something. I joined little late after I saw your text.
The patent is regarding the B2B lead generation with the hardware IoT sensor-based device. So that and it is universal in all industries where product-based industries where lead is generated. A kind of sales team is required.
The part I'm confused is, if you would have said B2C lead generation, I would have understood the idea of IoT, because if I'm a consumer, I'm walking in a retail shop and you're trying to track me and capture some insights and convert me into a lead for someone. But B2B people, like, why do they need sensors? Because these are either shops or small businesses. And like that is the part I'm
Yeah, yeah,
scratching my head a
I
bit. Like
understand.
it does
I
not make
understand
any
that.
sense.
Okay, and the actual thing is like if you go to the manufacturer and they are operating with the help of distributors and super stockists, and when they will talk to them, there will be a 20 to 25% stockouts every month. So that when it goes to a matlab, for our industry, there is a huge gap, and they are actually focused on secondary sales. So that is the problem. Even few industries are, few companies are there that are helping the manufacturers in this segment.
Yeah. So it is not B2B lead generation. You are talking about something different now, which is what I would call stock out and
It is,
inventory forecasting and replenishment. That is a very different workflow than, because
sir,
someone is
the
already
same
a
thing is
customer,
applicable.
correct?
Okay. Same thing is applicable at the retail store also, and same is applicable at the manufacturer level also. So we are actually focusing on manufacturer level.
So
Amred,
manufacturer level, go ahead, please, Sarvesh.
uh, sorry to interrupt you, Vikrant sir. You may continue, sir. But I needed to interrupt because you were totally right, sir. Amred, if your plan is B2C, then to it's a business model that you are talking of. Either what solution you are giving to me is like you are eliminating the supply chain. If it comes, am I right? You want to connect manufacturer directly to the uh, retailer. That's how you want to do it. You want to eliminate two parts of the supply chain.
Sir, we are not.
That,
We are okay. I understand. There is a misunderstanding. We are actually not trying to replace the supply chain, because if anyone think that they can replace the supply chain and logistic and the industry will survive, that is not the case. We are focused on automating the sales team any manufacturer or any industry is using to generate the lead.
Okay,
See, it won't automate
Amrinder,
because I won't tell my stock. I won't be giving you the right inputs on my SKU. If I am a distributor, you have to keep a human in the loop. That's why I do B2B trading. And what you are telling me is totally not relevant in case of my conventional energy sourcing business. I cannot happen to expose all of my data into your account. And it totally depends whosoever is offering me the best price. It's not on the manufacturer effectively most of the time.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead, Neelam. You want to say something?
Yeah, it seems like because you are talking and you are not presenting anything, so things are not clear to so many people. Now everyone is bringing their whatever you spoke and whatever everyone are understanding. They are trying to build their ideas, like what you are trying to. I mean, build ideas means like. So they are assuming this is what could be. So I think it would be really better to understand this is your IP. You got credential from a lot of good institutes, and they are because you already presented very well over there. But here you are just talking and bringing those credentials. Nobody understand. I believe nobody understand the entire picture of what problem you are solving and who will going to
Yes,
get
ma'am.
benefit after that, right? So which will be like, I'm not sure how long this meeting will be, but I think to present to that group where you wanted to take the benefit of the experience to benefit of the many other ways, it will be better to come prepared. Sorry, this is brutal feedback, but I expect that.
True.
Yeah, ma'am. All right. I am collecting all the feedback and I will be back well prepared by the next session.
Okay, Nukul, you
There is
want to
no
say
issue in
something?
that.
Yeah. So the idea is that, like in the retail outlet, we have billing softwares, inventory management systems that is very unorganized. There is no way a manufacturer can get an idea. Like the racks, the products are there on the racks, but now he's unaware of the velocity, like the demand forecasting. So they, what I feel like they're trying to build some IoT setup in the retail counter itself, which will keep an eye on the movement of SKUs, and with that the manufacturer will get the real time insight. Okay, my like 80% of the product has been sold on from that retail counter, so he's aware about the demand. He can put some effort and push in the products in the supply chain. This is what I think they are talking about.
Yes, sir. It is very close to that, and also that we have already discussed this with you. So that is the point. And
Salish,
I
you
will.
have.
I'm just collecting all the feedbacks, and I will be much prepared and
Right.
like switch the next session.
Salish, you have any concluding comments
hey,
on this one?
Amrinder, one last. I'll give you an example, and then so let's say you take Unilever, right? Unilever manufactures Vaseline and a whole bunch of shampoos and condiments and all kinds of stuff. So you pick any one product. Let's say you pick Vaseline for the sake of discussion. So that's treat Unilever as the manufacturer and the distributor. So they will basically ship it to, let's say, 5 retail outlets. So where do you fit in first? Do you fit in Unilever or do you fit in on the retail side? That's the first question.
Okay, sir. So mm, we are fitting at manufacturer level.
Okay, so you said at Unilever.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then what will you do at Unilever?
Sir, we will be giving them the demand forecasting of their product and of the competitor too.
How will you do demand forecasting at the manufacturer?
Sir, any of the whatever product is sold, and that is not directly sold from the manufacturer. That is totally sold from the retail stores, from the
Correct.
showroom. So we are. That's why we are like device that is called demand pulse. We are like linking or setting up at the retail edge.
So the
So from
demand.
there,
So that's why I asked. So the,
that device will decode the
your
SKU.
device will be on the retail outlet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's like a little sensor that's sitting under the Vaseline product on the shelf. Is that what it is?
Not on the shelf, but on the counter at where the transactions happens, or like where the product movement between the consumer and the retailer happens.
At the till,
Yes, sir.
at the payment counter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Okay, I think we have just enough time for Amrendra today is right now. We need to give the stage to Pushkar now, right? Otherwise, he will have no more than 20 minutes himself for this show.
Yes, sir.
Let's pass on
Sure,
to
sir.
Pushkar. Pushkar, go ahead. Pushkar dropped. I think Pushkar dropped. Uh-oh.
Uh, I will also like to look for the guidance regarding pitching. And like sir has told me, and Neelam has also told me, like the pitching is not perfect or like this. That has also happened with me at the incubator seed management committee, where we were the 10 startups among 1500. So that time actually we were having also exams. So that
Okay, Pushkar is
ensures a
back.
lot of
Yes, sir.
The stage is yours, Pushkar. Go ahead, speak now.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Thanks a lot for joining this session. And I'll be presenting my startup right now. So basically right now, like we are working on like data AI, and we are solving the data bottleneck problem for the Vertex. And the main problem in the Vertex is like data, because we are solving the Vertex problem from last like 50 years, but still we are not able to deploy the bot in real world. And the main problem is not about the models, the main problem is data bottleneck, right? So we are solving this data bottleneck problem. Our solution is very simple. We are there are kind of data which is used to train robotics model. One is synthetic data, second teleoperation, third is egocentric data. Egocentric data means how humans are working. We are data in a camera and we are training robotics model using that data. So we are working on egocentric data. So like this is like our solution. And why we are working on like this idea right now? Because right now with the boom of AI, it's very easy to build like top of the world models to train like a board, but still like data is a bottleneck. So we already figured out models, but data is a bottleneck. So we are working on this right now. And why we are in data infrastructure, why we are working on like egocentric data? Because like the embodiment gap of egocentric data is like very less, and when we train a robotics model using egocentric data, then accuracy is more than like 90%. But if you are training robotics model using like simulation data or some teleoperation data, so either they are not scalable or like there's a very high sim to real gap, right? We are unable to fill. So when if you are training a robot in like simulation data and we are deploying in real world, so it often get failed, right? And the third reason of building right now, because India is a very like worker intensive market. We got like a lot of fatty workers in a very low cost to collect data set from Indian workers. And let's talk about like Texan so far. So we like started working on like egocentric data back 2 months before, and before it we are working on like synthetic data. So in last 2 months we got like 3 pilot, and including the company Build AI, which is like less 22 million. And we are in talk with like Scale AI, Figure AI, and Physical Intelligence. These are the like top robotics lab from USA. And yeah, like this is like demand side. Like basically some hardware doing, like we are getting demand from some US company or US labs who are training their own robotics model. We are outsourcing the supply chain in Indian factories, and we are just collecting data from there, and we are just doing some annotation, and we just giving it to those labs. That so in supply side, like in factory side, we onboarded 25 plus factory. Majorly factories are from UP, and the factory has like more than 30K plus workers. And to collect those data set, like we need like device to collect data. So I think, am I visible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yeah. So like we are using a like head a variable are like, suppose this is like hand mounted, like we are adding camera on top of that. Camera is with like 180p like quality, 30 fps like frame per second, and it is like having like IMU sensor. So what it's doing, if we are like wearing like this headset in our head, so it will like capture all our like fingers and hand movement when we are doing like packaging or anything like we are doing using our hand. So it will collect all our hand data and collect those certain SD card we have in our like hardware. And yeah, we are using like, then after it we are taking that data from SD card. And in discussion side, we are also in like in talk with like Aditya Birla and Patanjali, which are the top like enterprise company in India. And the workflow is like very simple. I already mentioned this one, that we are getting demand from robotics labs. We are matching the supply in Indian heritage or some residential area in India. We are deploying our variables. I mentioned like we did partnership and we got this, and we are collecting data set from like Indian heritage, and we are just doing some packaging, some annotation in top of that, and we are just giving to those labs. Let's talk about like the market. I think everyone got the like a brief idea of what I'm working on. If anyone has any query about the problem I'm solving, you can just pause me right now. You can ask some questions, or you can just give me thumbs up. I can continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pushkar. So, what is the they will wear it? Companies will buy, and they can see their all hand movements and what they are doing it. So, what is the why they need that solution? Like, why they wanted to track that data? What is the benefit companies are getting out of that?
Okay, so like companies, like you are asking that what the benefit factories are getting out of giving their data, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like in a short term, like we are providing some incentive to the factories, like if you are collecting data, or like we are providing money for our data, like to the factories. Second one, in long term, we are providing like helping them in R&D things in robotics automation. Suppose in the demand side, we get partnership with Figure AI, which is top company for robotics. And in supply side, we have Aditya Birla. That we are continuing like Aditya Birla with like Figure AI, so that when Aditya Birla start doing like robotics automation, so Figure AI can help them to automate all the process, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So like let's talk about the market size. So total market size of robotics right now it's like 124 billion, and it's like robot AI in robotics, not like all the robotics market. And the same like service addressable market is like the 9.6 billion, and service addressable market is more about like we are training data to like service addressable market more about like data for robotics, right? And it is the like SOM service optimal market, which is very easy to acquire like within 1 year, and it's all about like the egocentric data, right? What we are working on right now. And let's talk about like business models. So yeah, like the price of raw egocentric data per hour data is like $5 to $7 in USA. And if we can do like annotation and labeling with that data, so the price is estimately like 3x of raw egocentric data. And yeah, this is our business model we are going to use. And competitive analysis. So there are some companies who are working on this. We are not alone. But the main advantage we have that we are the only Indian company who are working on this. These are all the companies like Human Record Build like MicroAJ, Mega, and Micro One. These are all like built out from China. Human MicroAJ, all those are from like USA, and MicroAJ is from Germany, right? So if there's like out of India company, they're coming to India, they're setting up their operation in like Bangalore or Pune. So it's very hard to test in those companies. Like even Indian authorities are not like going to give them data because they are like Chinese or USA company. But if we as an Indian company, we can just assure them that right now like we are just working on like data infrastructure, but after like 2 to 3 years, we are going to work as a full stack robotics company. We are going to like automate all your like fatty things. So probably it's very easy to like take data from like those factories. Right? So like we really don't have any mode. Right? If we talk about like mode, like these companies have raised even like $20 million, right? So competing with them that looks very hard. The only advantage we are like one Indian like company, and like we can build better distribution with along with those companies, because what they are doing, they are using some vendors to collect data, that they are misinforming to parties. They are saying that we are collecting this data for college project and all that. So like if we can like give them like test to like Indian factories, so I think we have some advantage here. And like yeah, like this is like the some calculation. So Indian factories, like we have like only 25 plus factories, and others company are starting from zero. That they setting up their operation in like Bangalore and Pune, but like started some collecting data from like South India, but have not started in North India. And we like have some like early credential and some incentive model, which we already proven with one pilot, but this company are just like throwing randomly money, like millions of money in just hiring vendors and collecting data. Right? And our vision is very simple. We are not going to work on full stack robotics for like at least 3 years. At least 3 years, we are just on this data infrastructure market. In first year, we are just going to work as a demand and supply thing totally. In second, like after 1 year, probably we are going to build our own custom variable. Right now, even the variable we are importing from like either we did one partnership from a IIT Madras based startup to give the this variable devices, but we are planning to import variable from China, because if you are like importing variable from China, the cost is like not more than $10. And in second year, like we are planning to like build our own custom variable, and like by the end of 3 years, probably we will build a full stack data infrastructure company who own all the devices. We collect the data, we make it ready to use, ready to like 10 robotics model. We are doing all the annotation and labeling all within 3 years. But for 1 year, we just want to sell raw egocentric data. We are not doing any annotation, neither we are going to own any devices, neither we are going to build that. So ask it's like not like my main ask from the group is that we just want like 30 connection in UP or in India. If you have, if you know like any industry, especially for manufacturing or packaging, like packaging data is very important for us. So if you can connect us with like any industry from like packaging or manufacturing, or you can just help us, you can just like mentor us like how we can build better supply chain in India to collect data set, and what the better like incentive we can provide to those companies, because money is not a very good incentive we are providing. We did like already did like one pilot, so we got to know that money they are not going to give the data just by that we are giving them like money for our data set. Thanks a lot. Like you can ask like questions if you have.
Yes, Salish sir, please go ahead.
Hey, Pushkar, so quick question. When you say introduced to packaging, so I know somebody, just to be clear on what do you mean by packaging? So I know somebody that manufactures packages for, so, if you take Gillette as an example, all the packaging that Gillette products come in are manufactured in that factory in Noida.
Okay.
So similarly, there are other, international brands for whom they do packaging. Is that what you meant by packaging?
Exactly.
Okay, so that's one I can help you with. The
Sure.
other one is I also know someone who's got about 3 factories where they manufacture generic medicines in India.
Okay.
They are in Delhi. Is that
Okay.
something? First of all, I don't know if they will be willing to give you access to data, but I have access to those guys. Is that
Okay.
something that's going to be of help?
Yeah, of course, like we need those kind of like companies.
Okay, we can
Yeah.
just ping me offline. You have my WhatsApp, anyways. We can take a
No,
look. Yeah,
sure. Thanks a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Pushkar.
Yeah. Hello,
You
Sadan sir.
you can connect with me too. I am into trading of B2B segments, and
Okay.
I know many packaging and PVC industry, medical packaging, etc., etc. I have a list of many clients, and I keep on engaging them on over regular basis. So
Sure.
just drop me whatever your idea is, and we can connect one-to-one once.
Sure.
And maybe I really liked your idea, and maybe it's something worth a shot.
Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. I think like I really want some I really want if someone is here from industry. So if you can just like prove me some wrong, or you can just tell me like, because like we are really getting very, so like when we are approaching some parties, so they have they are not giving the data just because of incentive. We are getting data because of we are going through like connections, that so what the best incentive models, or what we can build on top of that, so that it's very easy to collect data from those companies. So if anyone can help us.
Pushkar, this is
You should
Akhil.
do a
I am a.
stakeholder analysis.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I just needed to say you could do a stakeholder analysis of whatever your model is, and then it would be easy for everyone. It's a graph that once you can read basics of it. Just write Raki matrix and power interest grid. Those 2 keywords will help you search how it is designed. It's quite easy phenomena of business analysis. So you
Okay,
can
like,
do that.
so I'm not aware about this, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, you just check it out, and if anything, you can ask me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Akhil sir, you want to ask anything?
Yes, you have been using the term data in the call, but I believe what you mean is that there is a variable which will be it will be worn by the factory workers, right? In any kind of manufacturing or factory or floor. And then you are collecting video, right? Is it correct or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you have been using the term data, but you mean the video will be collected from various kind of factory workers, for
Exactly.
which, if I'm not wrong, the cost which you pay to the company in order for them to ask the factory workers to wear your device is 70 cents to $1 per hour.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then you will sell it for as low as $5 to $7 per hour of the video recording. Is it correct?
Yes.
So you are selling video recording of factory workers to the AI and whoever wants to train on that data, right?
Yes.
So what is your value addition on top of that?
Like, see, right now we are not doing any value addition, to be honest, because like just selling raw data is not any value addition things. But as I already mentioned, that after 1 year, probably we are going to work on the we are like taking raw data from like Indian factories. We are just making ready to use, ready to train robotics model. So we are going to do some annotation, build some annotation pipeline on top of that. And probably at that point of time, probably we are doing some validation. But I know, like I also don't think we are not doing any validation.
You will be selling the video recordings. And have you checked the regulations around it? Like, because there are other humans in that factory floor, and so what are the rules and regulation and around that?
Yeah, we already check. Like that's not a main issue because we are not like we are just collecting this like fingers movement. We are not like taking any other pictures or camera from footage. We are not like taking any voice from workers and all. And even some factories are ready, but the main problem is they are not just ready with only incentive thing, only money thing. They want if you can they want from us that we can help them in robotics automation. Right? We can help them in robotics automation R&D with like along with their team that what they are asking that. So rules and regulations, of course, there are some, but like in those factories, workers around like 100 and 500, they really don't care so much about these things. But like as if we
I
are in
have
touch with
to
like
I have to interrupt you for a second because the call may drop any moment now. So please wrap up.
okay, yeah. So any other question anyone have?
Good. Like, thank you very much for both of the presenters today who presented very well. The call may actually end up within a minute or two. That's why I had to interrupt because I did not want to have the call interrupted abruptly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We have like under a minute left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot everyone for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Let's see if we can do a session next week. If India does not win, if we wins, we will not have a session next week either. But thank you very much for everybody who joined and made this session a great success. Thank you.
Thank you.